Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video, we're talking about Yuzu, Dolphin, AetherSX2, and Skyline. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off here talking about Nintendo Switch emulation on PC with Yuzu. Yuzu has been on fire lately. They've been updating quite frequently. The early access builds look amazing. And the mainline build got updated yet again. We're currently on version 932 at the time of filming here. If you're a Smash Brothers fan, if you're a Pokemon Legends Arceus fan, well, you're gonna like this update. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is now rated as stable. You can play multiple matches without worrying about it crashing out. And Pokemon Legends Arceus, well, the performance is rated as boosted, which means it basically plays better than the original version. In fact, you might even be able to get double the performance. You can pick up the latest version of Yuzu by heading to yuzu-emu.org/downloads, or you can just open it and it should automatically update for you. Next up here, we're talking about Gamecube and Wii emulation on Android, and it looks like Dolphin MMJ is about to make a return in a really big way, and that's all thanks to Gamer64. For those that are unaware, Gamer64 is partially responsible for the massive performance increase of Dolphin from the Google Play Store if you have a Snapdragon device. A 50 to 100% performance increase if you're trying to upscale. And now it looks like Gamer64 is at it again, but this time for more devices than just Snapdragon processors. Gamer64 says they basically ported and are porting a lot of Dolphin MMJ hacks to Dolphin Emulator, having a 96% performance increase just like Dolphin MMJ. Now, I don't know about you, but I am extremely excited about these upcoming changes, and as soon as I know more, you'll know more. Next up here, if you're a fan of PlayStation 2 emulation on Android, you're gonna like this news. AetherSX2 is getting some pretty awesome updates, and they're working on some massive performance increases behind the scene. The latest stable build of AetherSX2 will be hitting the Google Play Store sometime this week, so probably within the next few days. Watch out for that update button and make sure to stay updated. The latest update here will have some fixes for MIUI devices, so Xiaomi phones. In addition to that, this latest version will have a game search directory and app data for devices without Documents UI. So if you don't have a working document selector on your device, which is super unfortunate, but it happens, there is now going to be a games directory in the data directory, and here is the path where it's located. And for those that are unaware, dumps does not mean crap. It means your dump of your PS2 game, your legitimately owned PS2 game, because we don't encourage piracy. There are some performance tweaks as well. For example, in Ratchet & Clank here, you should expect a 4 to 5% performance boost. Talworth has improved the depth conversion shaders for DBZ BT3, and AetherSX2 now has support for bitmaps and hash cache. That is incredibly interesting. So for games like Jak and Daxter here in Ratchet & Clank, this may lead to a massive performance boost. This new version will also introduce an option for status indicator display, so you can turn off a bunch of stuff on the top right hand corner of your display to make your image nice and clean. On top of that, this latest update here will add support for loading texture replacements, so you can get some custom textures here in a bunch of PS2 games if you want, provided they are available, and you can get some pretty interesting things as a result. These changes are currently available in the alpha builds of AetherSX2, but it's nice to see them now in the main stable version of it. On top of that, for AetherSX2, this one is probably of interest to a lot of people. More performance enhancements are being tested. They're not currently available in alpha builds or on the Google Play Store versions of AetherSX2, but at the same time here, the developer Talworth is testing some pretty important things. So if all goes well here, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up too much, and I'm not setting expectations. But if all goes well, we're looking at potentially a 5 to 10% performance increase across the board for Snapdragon 870 devices, and a 15% performance increase for slower Cortex A73 devices. This is pretty huge. This is impressive. Last up here, we're talking about Skyline, the best Nintendo Switch emulator on Android. Now, when I talk about Skyline, you might have heard me once or twice, or possibly 3, 4, or 5 times say that Skyline is doing things right. They are building Skyline from the ground up. And a perfect example of doing things right would be this article right here. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. The article is fairly technical in nature, but the author does an amazing job at keeping it understandable and at a high level. This goes to show that Skyline is getting a ton of attention, and it is taking off. I really can't wait to see what's next. Anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. Let me know what your thoughts are about anything we talked about today in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Don't tempt fate, save your state.